Dear Online Security and Rapey Recovery Diary. This is Annika, I'm psychic medium and channel. I suck off all kinds of energies. I suck up the energies of my environment and transmute them into something better. After 24 years of rape every 2 to 5 years, I created an online security and rapey recovery diary to stay safey. I'm very sure they're not, the ones who are hurting me are not watching, because they're not taking me serious. So, I just wanted to say it's very important that everybody realizes, ficken kann man auch im Liegen. I don't need to be able to walk to fuck. So, and the worse that gets, like whoever does that to my legs, the worse that gets, the more I have to fuck in the end. Because what's last instance? Like if nothing works anymore, I can't walk, I have to rent a bed and not walk anywhere and order food home and whatever, can't walk. And then in the bed, I'm gonna welcome everyone and everybody can fuck me because I have no feelings, of course. When you can't walk anymore, you probably don't feel anything down there anymore as well. And that's the logical next step or last step of the goal of what is done at the moment, which is fake because it's sudden, it's not coming slowly, it's always sudden. So I know it's fake, it's not true. Like it's not something that's growing in my body. It's something that is done from the outside. Logic, simple logic. And if it was something serious, I'd be concerned. And I'm just thinking to myself, ha 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 ha. Where do we know that from? Think again. Did anybody watch? Anybody who knows me and watched? Nobody watched, so nobody knows. Dump stays dump. Judging someone by not knowing anything, not my problem. Then I had another thought. I was walking downhill with shoes that are slightly too big, and that's not really working. And I realized in general, when I'm going downhill, I don't really like that. I like when it's hard, when I'm challenged. Also, like with a relationship, I would never get into a not challenging relationship. It's absolutely horrible to be in a not challenging relationship. Imagine every day you're not challenged by your partner. Imagine how fucking boring would that be after 7 years max. Joking. Just a realization I just had. Like I had that before. I knew that before, that I like the challenge. But in order to grow constantly, you need a constant challenge. It's the same thing when I look at the job and I know, oh, that's my job and what can I grow into? And then I look at the people you could grow into and I'm thinking to myself, no, thank you. So we have to be very careful with ourselves for what we need. What really needs to be present so you can keep up with it. And walking downhill is really not for me. You might think that's easier when you can't walk anymore. Imagine. No, I'm not going to imagine that. I imagine myself, like, if I couldn't walk, I see myself renting a room, like in the next country I can get to, Switzerland, and get registered as a prostitute and then fuck everyone. And that's just the thing I'm gonna do. I would do if I can't walk. What else would you want me to do? Sit in a wheelchair and do nothing? Not be challenged? So sit in there for the rest of your life or what? No, thank you. That's so boring. I'd rather have my assistant spread my legs because I can't do it myself. Just in case. That would be something good I could do for humanity as well, because humanity needs prostitutes. People need these women who are available for the ones who cannot get that otherwise. Imagine how many more murderers we would have or rapists if you don't have these women that are really needed on the planet. Don't reject the prostitutes, please. Be nice to the prostitutes. They're doing a real important job. And this diary is being kept up just in case anybody ever wants to know, what did you do that day? How did you think this day? I don't know, just to not have to explain my personality, which is fucking complex. Even my ex-boyfriend said, your personality, your mind is so complex. Yeah, but that's also what he liked, the challenge. But you have to be able to accept that, the complex. You cannot say, oh, change the human you are. Like, you can change a direction or work differently towards a goal, but you cannot change the personality of a human like they do in Germania. And I cried so many hours when I saw what they did to my niece. And that moment I understood what was done to so many children. The moment I realized why I had to crawl through so much mud to find out what's me, what's them, I realized by watching what my mother and my sister did to my niece. More my sister, not my mother. My mother, I don't know what she wants. Like, she keeps everyone separate because she knows having all of us with the whole truth in the same room would be, I don't know, mass suicide. That's not gonna work. So when my mother does something, I know she's sick. She's completely eaten. Completely disconnected, 100%. And I should not stay too long here because I can feel the disconnection, like waking up that poisoned yesterday and today, I don't know, and walking gets really bad. I don't even know if it happens outside or if it's here. I'm not drinking caffeine, nothing anymore. I will feel sorry for my mother until the end of my days probably, because I know that's actually, if I was an actress and I want to push a button so I start crying immediately, I just imagine my mother, what was being done to her and her inability to ever get through that. Because the first 3 years, worst. I could cry now. Like, if I really want to cry, like on the spot, I just imagine my mother, what was done to her, and then the fact that she's gonna die that way. That's so sad for me. So fucking sad. I can't get over it, how sad it is. Still sick. But who isn't? Especially in Germany. Wow, I feel so much sicker here. It's like the environment, I know. I just have to change the environment, go over to Switzerland. But now my inner struggle is I look after Cat. Cat's so extra nice to me, but he always wants to guide me outside. I'm really confused. I'm like, even Cat is kind of trying to tell me, go outside, go outside, go outside. And, but I'm supposed to look after him, but my inside just wants to run off, but my body probably wouldn't, because I committed to looking after him. And then I'm thinking, will I be able to walk on August 18? I hope, because I will crawl out and then fuck everyone. And I know outside of Germany I'm gonna heal. Because only Germany makes me that sick. And then outside I start healing. So now I ate chocolate like a little child, and I have chocolate everywhere. Clean your mouth. Don't be a baby girl. It's again, if I tell the story, I can't. Because I don't reveal identities. So I'm not gonna talk about my dream. Only one part, I missed the train. So I had like one suitcase. I've got 2 suitcases and 4 bags, and one of them and the bags, except the other one, were on the train already. I was on the train and there were friends on the train, but I wanted to get the other suitcase, and then while the train was supposed to be another 30 minutes at the platform, and I ran back to the place where I had my other suitcase, which was a workplace, to get that. When I wanted to take the suitcase back to the train station, I got totally lost. I couldn't find the way back, and I ended up in a building where I went upstairs, and then I walked through the weirdest rooms, and one room was very meditative, and I walked slow and I just relaxed into the room, and then I took my phone and took a photo and a video and out of the window, and then I saw the trains everywhere, and I thought, yeah, but I'm up here, how do I get down there? And then I found like 2 paths down, but they were like train paths. They were not normal paths for humans to walk or take, and I just couldn't get there. And then all the trains, I just saw all the trains leaving. I hope it was a release. Because that's how I feel. I keep wanting to catch the train, and I look up trains, but my body, I can't push myself to do things. They come naturally at one point, and then I do them, but now I'm thinking I can't walk properly. Like, your inside should be programmed better to move your body out of this country, because obviously it's getting worse and not better, so you need to leave the country. But I'm not moving, and it's so weird, because usually I would just move. And the last time I realized something like that as well, I just took my suitcase and I left, but unprepared. I just ran off without anything organized, and all my stuff taken and stuff. Because next time I leave properly, on August 18, I'm leaving this country and I will not come back. Like, she has to find another solution for Kat, because I'm gonna die if I stay. That's for sure. This is ending in death. There is no life in Germany. Yeah, going to the supermarket today was like an adventure. I walked through, like, I love the sun and I danced. I love dancing. I thought, when I dance, I don't feel the pain in my legs. If I don't dance and just walk, it feels horrible. I can't walk properly, but dancing is fine. As long as dancing works well. I just don't know how to dance out with suitcases. I want to ask my mother, did you wake up poisoned yesterday and today as well? Is it just happening to me, or is it happening to my mother as well? But I don't want to ask. I don't want to sound crazy. But I can talk about a part of the dream. Like, in the dream, I met a person who I can't forgive. But in the dream, I totally forgot what they did. And in the end of seeing the person, I realized, oh, I totally forgot. You've done something totally unforgivable. But that's also, could also be translated from reality, everything. Because that's kind of how it was. I often forget, and then I'm reminded, oh no, I totally forgot. That person can be evil as fuck. And I just keep forgetting. One of the reasons I keep this up and I keep talking about the same things, because I keep forgetting. I don't want to forget how evil people can be. I need to remind myself, because if I do not remind myself, I walk out there like the sun, happy puppy la la land. Like, yeah, totally forget. Oh yeah, people can be evil. Totally forgot. And then step into the next trap. No, don't forget. Keep in mind, humans can be evil as fuck over and over, and they don't learn their lessons. They're gonna do it again. The crying thing, when I think of my mother, what was done to her, it's worse than, I think, first 3 years childhood. That's like, my stuff is unforgivable, but a child 0 to 3, and I don't even know why she's talking to them, but I'm talking to her, so it's probably what humans do. Talk to their lost parents. So, yeah, because you know why. Her mother probably, I don't know, what did she go through being born in the midst of the war? Must be horrible too. So, yeah, so when I only cried like in therapy in Australia at that point as well. Like always my happy, smiling, can talk about everything as if it's a made up story. But that moment we talked about my mother, that made me cry in Australia. But it didn't make me cry when I met my mother's old therapist, who's a man. So Australia was a woman, and she was very empathetic and so like caring and like a flower, like a woman should be. And the therapist, he was like displaying a no empathy state of masculine being. I don't know, so I cried in Australia, but when here I could talk about it normal. But when I think about it, I'm by myself, I cry as well, but off camera. Over reflecting. That's it for today.